The Irish rockers U2, who are coming to Michigan in late June to Spartan Stadium. And we're all looking forward to that. We're also looking forward, of course, to Bob Seger before that on May 28th at Van Andel Arena in Grand Rapids. 4 free tickets for you, a limo ride to the show, and a catered dinner on a rooftop high above Grand Rapids by simply going to rockingtheroof.com. And that catered dinner will be hosted by American Metal Roof. So if you go right now to rockingtheroof.com, you can register to win. What a day that would be. Limo ride to see Seeger with 3 of your pals. And a catered rooftop party. rockingtheroof.com is where you go to do that. Now, there was a bit of a stir created yesterday when former Governor Jennifer Granholm decided to issue a Twitter, or a tweet, if you will. Astonishing is what Kathleen Gray at the Free Press is calling them. Now, this is all having to do with Arnold Schwarzenegger, the actor turned governor, and he was married to Maria Shriver, who was a very popular television journalist from the Kennedy clan. But they announced last week they'd separated. And word of the affair, 10 years earlier, with a member of the couple's household staff, surfaced. It turns out that Arnold Schwarzenegger had an affair with a member of the couple's household staff. And from that affair came a child, so-called love child. So they split up, Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver. When the questions started to surface, did Maria know about it? Did anybody know about it? Did they wait till after he was out of office to announce it because the governor just finished 2 terms in California and now is going back in the movie business? They're going to make another Terminator, I think is what they're going to do. But she's maybe terminating their marriage. And so Governor Granholm, who was obviously a Democratic governor for 2 terms here in Michigan, put out a tweet yesterday that said, "Another guy gov admits to cheating on his wife. Maybe we need more women governors. Guys, keep your pants zipped, for Pete's sake." And then her husband, Dan Mulhern, put out a tweet that said, "Men, can we talk maturely, openly, and seriously about sex and fidelity, Arnold's masculinity? It's time to replace balls with brains and heart." That's the tweet that the former first gentleman put out. Now, later in the day, Governor Granholm on her Facebook page sort of softened her position and said, "By the way, there are lots of great men out there serving in positions of leadership. Let's support them and encourage good people, men and women, to run for office. My prayers are with Arnold and Maria's family." But do you think that it's appropriate for a former governor to talk about men keeping their pants zipped up? And after all, there was a woman involved who knew he was married to Maria Shriver, and she must have unzipped her pants for all this to happen. 888-900-9966 is the number to call. 888-900-9966 with your opinions. Do you think it's appropriate for a former governor to tweet like that? And I'll read it to you again. "Another guy gov admits to cheating on his wife. Maybe we need more women governors. Guys, keep your pants zipped, for Pete's sake." Now, let's see. We've had Governor Elliot Spitzer in New York, who was fooling around with a call girl. And then we had the governor of South Carolina, who had that tryst with a woman in South America. So there's a couple there to put on the list. Also sad, too, that some of the Schwarzenegger children have gone to their Twitter accounts to respond to the revelation. And they're expressing their love for their family during this difficult time. Imagine this. A 17-year-old Patrick Schwarzenegger, the couple's 3rd child, said, "Some days you feel like S. Some days you want to quit and just be normal for a bit. Yet I love my family till death do us part." His sister, Catherine Schwarzenegger, said on tweet, quote, "This is definitely not easy, but I appreciate your love and support as I begin to heal and move forward in my life. I will always love my family." She's 21 and wrote that. And then Maria Shriver also sent out a statement saying, "This is a painful and heartbreaking time. As a mother, my concern is for the children. I ask for compassion and privacy." So this Twitter is a way that I guess people can get the word out about how they're feeling, sometimes to their own peril. 37 minutes after the hour, Michael Patrick Shields heard all across the state of Michigan, and very glad to have you with us this morning. Also, very glad to speak this morning with Alison Metcalf, the Vice President of Marketing in the United States for Tourism Ireland. How are you?
Good morning. I'm very well, thank you.
Great week for Ireland. We've got the Queen there now, and then President Obama will be there early next week. Why all of a sudden these visits from heads of state to the Emerald Isle, you think?
Well, I'm not sure exactly why, but I think it's a tremendous boost for tourism, and we at Tourism Ireland are delighted to obviously be welcoming Her Majesty the Queen this week to Ireland, and as you said, on Monday, President Obama. The global media spotlight surrounding both visits obviously provides a great opportunity for us to showcase and for Ireland to showcase what is truly unique about the country, our shared heritage, and as you see, following the footsteps of the Queen's visit, or indeed in the footsteps of President Obama's visit, I think many Americans and many British people will be able to see what Ireland has to offer as a vacation destination. We hope that they will think about traveling this year.
No question about that, and I've been over 20 times to Ireland. We've hosted this show live from Ireland a number of times, and what people come away saying is the people are so friendly and hospitable, and it's such a great place to relax and let your hair down and have fun. And now, I mean, for instance, the Queen Elizabeth, somewhat controversial visit, of course, but did you appreciate the fact that she wore green when she emerged from the aircraft yesterday?
Absolutely. I think it was very fitting. I think it was very appropriate, and I think it was recognised by anybody I've spoken to in Ireland. I think it was a very nice gesture. There's no doubt it's a historic visit by Her Majesty, and as many of you know, it is the first visit to Ireland by a reigning monarch, well, the last 100 years. In fact, the last visit took place by her great-grandfather, George V, in 1911. But I think it's a tremendous boost. I think it's Ireland and Britain are two great neighbours. We share so much in common in terms of history and culture and trade and tourism. And we're just delighted that she's visiting. And we're obviously looking forward to the presidential visit next week as well. So we really, I mean, it's a great week for Irish tourism. It's a great week for Ireland. And indeed, I think it's a great opportunity to showcase what is truly unique. And as you said, the people are something that everybody remembers when they travel to Ireland. But it is a great history and the heritage. And at the end of the day, we hope that Queen Elizabeth will not only get to see some of Ireland's great attractions, and as the itinerary unfolds, you're seeing that, but she will get to experience some of the warm Irish hospitality for which we are so famous.
Yeah, leaving the politics aside, she's actually going to go to the Guinness Storehouse, I'm told, and the royal couple, the Queen and her husband, Prince Philip, are going to watch the perfect pint being poured by a master brewer.
Absolutely. She was there this morning, and she was up in the Gravity Bar. And, of course, you know, Guinness is a very historic building. It's obviously a rich part of Dublin's industrial heritage, but it was there that Arthur Guinness started brewing ale at the St. James Gate Storehouse in 1759. So she visited there this morning, and when she did see the pint being pulled in the Gravity Bar, you have a tremendous view over the city of Dublin. It is actually, in fact, the highest bar in Ireland, and you have a 360-degree view of the city. And, of course, it is a very popular tourist attraction. It's well worth a visit for anybody. I think spending a couple of days in Dublin.
Did she take a sip of the black stuff? Do you know?
I don't know that for a fact.
Yeah, I hear she likes gin and Dubonnet and 2 ice cubes and a slice of lemon. So you're making us all thirsty this morning.
What a favorite tipple is, but I'm sure somebody can find it on the internet. I haven't found it myself this morning.
That's what it is, gin and tonic, of course. We'll see you in Ireland, and Visit Ireland. Tourism Ireland can help you get there.